guys, welcome to the KHAKI Shade
podcast.
I'm Khaleema.
And I'm Kiera, and you're watching DMTV.
So we gotta have a Christmas recap. How was you
Yes.
guys' Christmas? What did you guys get? So many people had the same pajamas.
Oh yeah, I'm sick
Like
of
the red,
plaid,
the plaid.
yes, the flannel,
It was cute.
or the polo, the gray
Yeah.
polo pants, that whole, or the
The
denim.
onesies.
Yeah.
I was definitely getting Christmas vibes. So how was your Christmas?
My Christmas
Key?
was really, really nice. Christmas Eve, I made Christmas dinner at my mom's. We had a little game night, movie night, karaoke night.
That's
we
fun.
Yeah, it was cute. It was fun.
Did you get everything that Santa? Did you get everything that you wanted from Santa?
Yes, I actually did. I got a neck massager pillow
Really?
from my brother. No, from my dad. And my brother got me a foot massager from, I think the brand is Home Dicks, I believe. Oh my God, that first night I was out. I slept for like 9 hours. No.
Really?
Christmas Eve, yeah. I was
You did
out.
good.
Yes.
I don't know the last
That
time
was
I
a
had
real good
8
gift.
hours sleep.
I could tell you what I'm running off of right now, about 2. I feel so sick today. I'm so sick, but we had to do this podcast. Had to get it done for y'all.
I hope you feel better, dear.
How was your Christmas? What did you do?
Honestly, I was in the house for majority of the day, like in my apartment.
Why? On Christmas?
I don't know. I was just in my apartment. Then I went to my parents' house. I cooked dinner and we chilled. I watched movies for a little bit, listened to music, and then went home because I had work the next day.
Oh, yes. I had to get up early for work this morning, so.
This is the first year I ever had to work like the day after Christmas.
You know what's funny? I usually work on Christmas morning because
Really?
we usually celebrate Christmas Eve with my family. So I usually work on Christmas, but this year I was off, which I didn't like. I'd rather be off the next day.
Same. And it's the same goes for New Year's too. I had work the next day.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. It's
No turn up for me
We
this
basically
year.
got the same job.
No turn up for me.
Yes. we
So
gotta
what
be up
what is your
early.
plans for New Year's?
I don't know. I cannot decide. I don't know where I want to go see the fireworks. I'm just so over the crowds. I'm so over the crowds. I'm just not looking forward to that. And people just been acting so crazy in the city lately.
Super crazy.
I'm not sure. What you doing?
I really want to go snow tubing.
Oh yeah, you did say something about.
I really wanna
snow
do
tubing
that.
in New York.
They're doing it in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do it in the Poconos. I really want to do it, y'all.
We should
I
actually-
really wanna
We should
do
look
it.
into planning that.
Yes.
I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
Let's
Key.
plan it. Let's
All
do
right,
that for
let's
New Year's
do
since
it.
we don't got plans. We got, like,
went to.
how many days do we got?
Not long. And 5, 4. We don't have that many days.
No, we just gotta do it. All right, so after this podcast, we're gonna get the plans together. Cause
Y'all
I wanna
gonna
go
see-
tubing. That's actually gonna be so fun.
It's gonna be so fun. Drunk snow tubing.
Yes.
Perfect.
And work the next day.
And work.
Complaining the whole
Damn.
time.
Complaining.
All right, so let's get into tonight's podcast, and
We had some news. Well, we had some news and some questions.
I want to know what this is about.
So, I saw that for Christmas, Blueface got on top of a car and threw money at his fans. Do you think that is professional, or you think that's giving, or do you think that was wrong, or do you think he was just being free? How do you guys feel about that? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I was a fan that I would want to pick up money off the ground like a peasant. That's just how I feel.
And they just out on the street?
They just
I
out on the
didn't see
street,
the
he's
clip.
on top of
I
the
didn't
car
see
like making it rain. And they just picking it up. Listen, do what you gotta do, but
I don't know.
I just don't know how I would feel about
yeah.
that.
No, yeah. And it was on Christmas?
It was around Christmas time. I guess he was trying to do the right thing. I don't know.
I don't want money thrown at me ever.
I did ask
So.
somebody an opinion. They said, "Oh, he was just being sporadic. Like he was just doing whatever. I don't see a wrong in it."
He just
But I
felt
can't
free. He just
see
felt turning up,
myself-
throwing it.
Right, I can't see me standing up on a car just throwing money at somebody. Like, I have a little bit more respect than that to do something else. But then again, to each his own.
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta see the clip. I gotta see what was going on in this video. Oh, you know what? The Wayne Wade son?
Mm-hmm.
I read about that too. I just feel like that situation. Oh, can you explain it for the people who don't know?
Okay, so Dwayne Wade spoke about his son's sexuality, and he basically said to his son, like, be whatever, be whoever, even though you're going to experience some negativity, but you're going to have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Is ignorant. why I'm responding is because I understand my platform. I understand that I'm speaking for a lot of people that don't have the same voice that I have, right? As a father, or I'm even speaking for my 12-year-old right now because I haven't allowed him to sit in front of a microphone yet. But I'm speaking for for so many others, in the LGBTQ plus community. So for me, man, like I said, it's just my version of supporting. Like, I had to look myself in the mirror when my son at the time was 3 years old. And me and my wife started having conversations about, us noticing that, he wasn't on the boy vibe that Zaire was on. And I had to look myself in the mirror and say, what if your son come home and tell you he's gay? What are you going to do? How are you going to be? How are you going to act? It ain't about him. He knows who he is. It's about you. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? So all these people that's out there saying those things, look at yourself. Understand that you the one that got the issues. You the one that got the problems.
I feel like with that situation, raise your kids how you gonna raise your kids, but I just don't see why we're introducing them to sexual orientation so early. I don't see why it even mattered. Why is it even focused on so young?
But he is 12.
But I mean, it's been going on before he was 12, Yeah. And I just think, I mean, I'm not a mom, so I guess I don't have a say, but.
And that's the question.
I don't agree with that.
You don't?
I just think it's too young. Like, you don't know who you are yet. You don't know. I'm not against it, but I just personally think it's too young to fully understand, to make
a decision. I think
when it comes to like wanting to change you, wanting to physically change yourself, I think you're too young at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to disagree with you with that one. Yeah. Like, that's the question. The question is, if you found out your child was attracted to the opposite sex or wanted to change their sexuality, how would you respond?
See, but there are two different things. Like, if you're attracted to the opposite sex, I mean, that's something totally different. I'm saying if you're that young and you want to physically change your body, you want to you're a young boy and you want to become a girl and get rid of what you're born with, your God-given parts. I think that's too young when you're only 12 years old to make that type of decision. That's what I think, but I have nothing against.
I think I disagree with that because I think there is a certain age where you get curious, whether it's with the same sex or the opposite. I know before 12, my mom gave me a talk because I had questions, you know what I mean? So I feel like even though you're not saying anything, you pretty much, I'm not going to say because you still have to grow, but you're pretty much curious about things.
No, I get the curiosity. I think it's okay to talk about it if your child is coming to you and wanting to talk about it. I just don't think surgery, that part, that's the only part that I don't
have surgery.
Oh, I thought the thing was that he wanted to get it. He wanted to become trans. I thought that was the story.
Well, from the clip I seen, it was just like he is who he is, and they were just saying be whoever.
Oh no, I get that. Oh, I totally get that. I get it. I get that part. I thought it was just that he was saying. I saw a clip where they were saying that he wanted to become a girl.
Yeah.
And that part is what I was saying. I just don't think the surgery part is. I think that's too young.
I feel like more times now you see a lot of kids that are more open about their sexuality, being interested in the opposite sex. If it was my child personally, I would probably agree with Dwayne Wade and say, support, be who you are. I would rather you be who you are and shine bright of it and be drama filled and just be out there and don't be ashamed of who you are than you are being ashamed of who you are.
I feel like I would definitely have to support my child either way, but
How do you guys feel about that?
How do y'all feel? That's always going to be a touchy subject.
That's always going to be a touchy
Everybody
subject.
is always going to have their own opinion about this situation. And like I said, I don't have kids, so I truly don't know what I would do in those situations. I don't know.
I don't know. I just, honestly, when I think about that, I just think about, what's the big deal with somebody liking the opposite sex?
You mean the same sex?
I'm sorry. The same sex. I'm sorry, guys. What's the big deal with someone liking the same sex? Why do people get so wrapped up around it? Yeah. If you love who you love, just let it be that. I mean, I guess that's two different topics. We are talking about a 12-year-old. But then again, that's when it comes in, like, be who you want to be. Like, you feel like at 12 you didn't, I'm not going to say you all the way knew, but do you feel like at 12 you didn't have any idea of anything?
No, yeah. I think by 12 I already was liking boys and being boy crazy and everything by 12. I believe I was.
So how do you think it is for him?
I get it. I get liking somebody. I get that part.
But as far as
surgery is the only thing I don't agree with. I get everything else. I totally get everything else.
Mm-hmm. So we're just clearing it up. She was talking about surgery.
Just surgery.
Yeah.
Don't come for me.
Don't come for my
me. Because I ain't saying that.
All right. And what else?
But also I just learned something today, y'all. So I was I was doing research for the podcast, and I was looking up the different holidays that are all coming up, and I researched about Kwanzaa, and am I the only one who didn't know what Kwanzaa was? You knew?
Tell us about Kwanzaa, Mama.
So I'm actually just going to read it. So Kwanzaa is an African American celebration of life from December 26th to January 1st. Mm-hmm. It was first introduced to the United States by Dr. I'm probably going to say this wrong. Dr. Mualana Karenga in 1966 as a ritual to welcome the first harvest to the home.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Kwanzaa has seven core principles, and I'm going to read them from my phone because I was rushed. Let me see. So, you want to take turns and read them? Because I'm probably going to butcher all of the names. So the first one is Umoja, which is unity, to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. The next one is Kujichagulia, which represents self-determination.
Yeah, self-determination. What? We know these though. You heard these before.
I don't know.
This is crazy. It's
Ujamaa,
collective work and responsibility. Ujamaa, cooperative economics.
Nia, purpose.
Kumba, creativity.
Imani, faith.
And
I can't believe I don't know this, and I went to RHQ. I can't believe this. I should be ashamed of myself. Malama LaPriest is going to get me. Oh my God, I cannot.
It's crazy because I've heard those before. How do I know how to pronounce it?
We definitely learned it, but come on. We've been out of school for some time.
But anyway, happy Kwanzaa, guys. The first day.
Yes, today is the first day of Kwanzaa.
Okay.
So, what do you want to get into, girl?
So, I have another question of the day.
Okay.
Before. So, do you guys watch Atlanta Housewives? I do. I like Atlanta Housewives. That's one of my little ratchet TV shows. So, basically, I seen that Kenya Moore and her husband, they were on a date with everybody. And Kenya Moore is not friends with Nene Leakes. So, but her husband was at the table saying, I don't have a problem with Nene Leakes. She was respectable to me. But Kenya Moore was like, I don't like the way she talked to me during my pregnancy. She wasn't very nice. She didn't say nice things about your child. And he was like, well, I don't have a problem with her. It's not my problem.
They're married and he's saying this?
Yeah, he's like, that's not my problem. She's respectable to me. So my question to you guys is, if you have a spouse and your spouse has a problem with someone, is that your problem too, automatically? Or you have the right to have your own opinion and say, you know what, this person was nice to me, so I don't have a problem with them.
Yeah,
that's your problem.
I feel like he shouldn't be saying that, especially not on live TV. Like, I don't have nothing to do with that if that's your wife.
Just like, that's just not my problem. Your wife. She was nice to me.
No, I'm not saying that you have to, be petty and get into catty women, female stuff, but I just don't think that was the time. I don't think you need to say that to her right then and there.
She looked really embarrassed.
Was Nene around?
Nene wasn't there. Nene wasn't there. It was Cynthia and it was Candy. And
that's embarrassing. That's something y'all got to talk about in the house, and you just supposed to rock out with your girl right there. I don't think.
Right, that was totally embarrassing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. I don't like that.
So
it don't got to be your problem, but
right,
it's a respect thing. You should.
And I just feel like with my partner, if somebody is disrespecting my spouse or my partner, that's my job to say, you can't respect me and not respect my partner, because we're in this together. It don't work like that. You're not going to to be disrespecting my partner, and I say, oh, it's all kumbaya.
Right.
No.
I totally
Not
agree.
saying you have to hate her, but at least, you know, as a husband, you know, you would say, you know, I don't like the way you know, talk to my wife.
I don't even think it's his place to even say that.
You don't think so?
No, that's why I said he don't even got to get into the female catty stuff.
But if he's coming,
you know.
But if she's coming up to him having a conversation, then what? I mean, she's going up to him having a conversation.
See, that's what I'm saying. It should have been addressed from the start. Like, that shouldn't even be something that should be even tolerated or allowed. I don't know. I'm so different when it comes to that type of stuff. Yeah, I think it comes down to a big respect thing. No, you don't have to insert yourself into female business, but
or vice versa.
You do have to do your part in protecting your girl, protecting your woman. Like, it's just
because when it comes to two men, you know, not getting along, they always be like, stay in your place. So I guess it is the same thing. Yeah. Like, stay in your place, but I mean, it should be all respect. You can't just disrespect my partner and then think it's
never disrespect my partner and think that we're good. It's never going to be like that. That's why I'm saying, why would she even feel comfortable to talk to this woman's husband if you disrespecting her so publicly? What?
I don't know. She just looked embarrassed, and I'm just like, if I was in that predicament, I would be pissed at him. And then, like, he was in front of everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, back me up.
That's all the way out of pocket. They clearly don't have boundaries.
You don't get an A for effort.
I don't watch that show, though. I don't watch much TV. I need to start, though, because I need to be up on. I need to keep up with her. I don't know.
I like it in the Housewives. That's my show.
So we talked about New Year's plans, but do you have any New Year's resolutions this year? Everybody always start they do it for like 6 days and then they drop it. So are you serious about any plans, any New Year's resolutions you have?
Before we talk about New Year's resolution, we have to go on a break.
Okay.
We'll be right back, guys, and you're watching DMTV. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the KHAKI Shade.
I'm Kiera.
And I'm Khaleema.
And you're watching DMTV.
And actually, we got to tell them our Instagrams. My name is Leema Cam, LeeMacam.
And I am Kiera Kaylin, KIERAKLYNN. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm so sick today. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling crusty and disgusting. So please excuse my voice. But I had to be here for you all. I wouldn't miss it. Girl.
You are not crusty and disgusting.
I feel it. Okay. But I just asked her about her New Year's plans, her New Year's resolutions, if she has any, and I want to know.
So I'm not going to do the normal hokey doke, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to say, you know, I want to continue to stay true to myself. I want to continue to learn myself, which I have been doing for the past few months. I've been spending a lot of time alone. And I'm appreciating
alone time.
Yeah, I'm appreciating it more than I have before. You know, it's important that you
people
take time.
Don't realize how important alone time is.
Sometimes people are quiet or scared of their own thoughts. And I used to be one of those people. Me too. Like, when it's too quiet, I'm like, oh no, I got to be doing something. But me actually spending time to myself, I can process things. I'm more at
time
peace.
To self-reflect.
Self-reflect on my wrongs and my rights. Who needs to be around, who doesn't. You know, be grateful for things. Be grateful for whatever I'm doing. And, you know, I just want to continue to work on myself and be at peace and, you know, bring good people and good vibrations around me.
Yes, girl.
For
ooh, I like that response.
2020, baby.
I like how she's trying to come. I like how she come in 2020.
Yes.
For one of my resolutions, I definitely said that I want to be more self-disciplined 2020. I feel like 2019 I slacked a lot, and I made a lot of excuses, which caused a lot of delays, and I don't feel like I got a lot of stuff done. I was speaking on about how I keep seeing the same meme resurface, and I feel like it's screaming at me, and it's like,
it is.
I do. I really,
Isn't that crazy?
It really is, and I feel like it really is. It says, you're not going as hard as you think you are. And that really hit me. So, first of all, I want to shout out who said it. So, Sheer Genius, Anna K. She posted it, and she's the owner of Deeper Than Hair, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, Deeper Than Hair, and she posted it, and it really hit home for me because I always talk about how busy I am. But how productive am I really being on these days? I'm just wearing myself out. I'm running around, ripping and running. But what am I really getting done? What do I really have to show for it? And
when it's all said and done, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, you know, and I just feel burnt out most days, like really just burnt out, and it really just hit me. And I feel like 2020, I just want to be more self-disciplined, more productive, clear mind, work out more, do my yoga more, just be more intentional with my time. More intentional with my time.
I feel like as people, we get so caught up in the wrong things. Like, we get so caught up on the wrong things that it just pushes us so far away from who we truly are.
Right.
You know? And you're around people that, like you said earlier, don't know how to communicate. You shut people out. It's not teaching you anything. And I did, it was this quote that my friend posted too. And I really liked it. Let me see. It said, I used to think communication was key until I realized comprehension is.
Right, exactly.
You can communicate all you want with someone, but if they don't understand you, it won't reach them the way you need it to.
Right.
And that's true.
One thing I always say to my boyfriend is, like, talk to me in a way that I can receive it. Like, talk to me in my language. Like,
and that's true.
You really, if you're talking to somebody that's Spanish, they don't know what you're saying. You have to speak to them in their language for them to understand it. You could talk. It could, like, you could talk all you want. It's not being received. And
there's been times where, you know, I expected people to understand where I'm coming from, but that person isn't a mind reader. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes you got to take a step, calm down, and just be like, you know, let me try to explain myself the way this person can understand. Now, after I explain myself the way you can understand and you just choose to do whatever, then that's when I'll take action. You know what I mean?
What do that mean?
I mean,
what's happening after that?
I just made, you know, back away. Like, whatever that is, it's just like, because I really don't want to keep explaining myself either. Nobody keep repeating, because sometimes you pick and choose what you want to listen to. We all do. But I do feel like communication is a big part of having a relationship, not a love relationship, but
any relationship.
It's
the foundation of any relationship, every relationship.
And I also feel like trying to understand. And sometimes people have been through things in their life. It triggers them. They may not understand, or they were brought up a certain way from you.
All they know. They can't see beyond their own perception.
So sometimes you have to look beyond that. Like, okay, this person may went through, you know, this certain thing.
Try to put yourself in that person's
shoes.
Try
to put yourself in that person's shoes, and vice versa. Try to put yourself in my shoes.
Which can be very hard. That can be very hard. That's very challenging. It's not impossible.
Because sometimes you get defensive about certain things. Certain topics you don't want to touch. And
sometimes you're just exhausted. It's like, why do I got to go so hard at explaining this?
Right.
Like, sometimes you really are just exhausted.
People really just don't understand. And that's why I said, after you just don't keep understanding, it's time to take action, no matter who you are.
Now, if somebody committed to understanding, you walk away. Leave that relationship right where it's at, because that relationship is not going to serve you in no kind of way. Walk away. But if you got somebody that's trying, that's what she was saying. I talked about earlier about some people just are, you know, they look at these memes and they think it justifies their negative behavior, but it's not saying that. It's saying once you realize something is toxic, walk away from it, versus the people who are just cutting everybody off left and right, don't matter who you are. Because they just they disagree with you.
Oh, you know what? I'm cutting you.
Who you think you talking to? Yeah.
Right. It's just
that stupid stuff. Right. That's not what that means. But people love to, you know, turn it into whatever it is.
But really if somebody is really not serving you purpose and they're toxic,
get rid of those people.
Get rid of those people. Even though it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to get rid of toxic people, because the more it seems like the more toxic a person is, the more you're drawn to it. For whatever reason, I don't know why it goes like that. You okay, girl?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm trying not to cough.
Every time she coughs, I just keep talking. I'm like, you okay?
I'm okay.
No, but it's really hard to especially people that's close to you. It's hard to sometimes cut them off, but we have to learn to distance ourselves, because it's not beneficial and it's not getting us to our personal purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
All that. So what are y'all New Year's resolutions? Let us know. Leave us a comment below. Tag us in y'all stories. We want to know. We want to know what y'all got planned for 2020. We hope it's a good, delightful year for you guys. Yes, leave us a comment, and we'll be back in a minute. Hey guys, welcome back to the KHAKI Shade podcast.
I'm Khaleema.
And I'm Kiera.
And you are watching DMTV. Our Instagram.
Yes, what is your Instagram, girl? Let's
Khaleema Cam for the 1,000th time. LeemaCam.
And I'm Kiera Kaylin. KIERAKLYN.
Yes. So since the year is coming to an end.
Yes. Oh, you know what? We saw some really, really tragic news on the internet over that was this week, actually.
It was a couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago. The sad news about the 20-year-old hairstylist, the young entrepreneur who has her own hair salon in Baltimore, who was gunned down in her own salon over $3,000 worth of hair. That is
traumatic with the baby girl. She has a baby girl.
Oh, yeah. See, I couldn't even read the rest of the story. I couldn't watch the rest of the story. I was so...
It's devastating. It's like, why can't anybody win? Mm-hmm. Why can't we win together? Why does it have to be such desperation? It doesn't make sense.
It is truly, truly sickening.
Now her baby is motherless for the rest of her life over something that is going to cost you the rest of your life if you get caught.
I just don't understand. I really truly believe that we are in the last days. I can't make sense of it. I can't make sense of it no other than that. Anytime I see any kind of story like this, I got a soft spot for it already, and it just literally next.
I mean, it really is,
yeah.
Prayers goes out to her family, guys. Send your condolences and your prayers to her family.
And I saw that what rapper who tried to pay? Oh no, not a rapper. The boxer Javante. Mm-hmm. He wanted to pay for her funeral and wanted the family to reach out so he could take care of the funeral costs, which I thought was really, really dope.
Thoughtful.
Yes, that was really, really kind and supportive, which they probably need at this time.
And that goes to say
they need to worry about his funeral costs. Mm-hmm. You know,
that just goes to say that. Unfortunately, in this way, we have to be careful. When you win, you have to be careful because you never know who's watching. Even the slightest little win, somebody is watching you or hating or just don't have your best interest.
Yeah,
you know.
And with that story, we looked up the crime rates, the murder rates in Baltimore, and I can't believe what
in Philly.
Both, because that murder happened in Baltimore, and it just, it made me think. If I could get to it, in Baltimore, okay, I'm gonna read one clip. Non-stop violence as Baltimore nears record homicide rate. That is disgusting. Baltimore could wrap up 19 with its highest per capita homicide rate on record, as killings of adults and minors alike for drugs, retribution, money, or no clear reason continue to add up, and city officials appear unable to stop the violence. That is a disgusting story. It says police recorded 338 homicides as of Tuesday of this week. Relentless gunfire. Wow. That's in Baltimore. And right now in Philly, we're at 303 homicides in the city so far for 2019, which is a 7% increase compared to last year.
And it's crazy.
We plan to decrease that number. How about we plan to do better in 2020?
Everybody can win. I lost so many friends this year. Like, so many people, rest in peace Nunu, rest in peace Kevin, rest in peace Gucci. Like, and the list goes on. Like, just rest in peace. Everybody that I'm literally growing up with is just dying. And the people that you grow up with, you never think that they won't be there one day. Like, it sucks. Like, people are losing their children. People are losing their parents. People are losing their siblings. when you think about doing these crimes, just think about this person matters to somebody. You're taking this person away from somebody.
I don't think people even think about that because they're not even thinking about what they're doing. I truly believe, like, these kids are so misguided and just so lost. Oh my God, just so lost. It's
sad. It's sad.
I'm sick to my stomach right now.
And it makes me think about when I have a child. It's like, damn, all the stuff that you have to worry about, especially with the men. And now a lot of women are in the same thing now, you know, and it's hard. Like, nobody wants to lose anybody. So I just wish we can just do better. Do better. We have to do better. Yeah. It's just becoming very desperate and unnecessary. Some of the things that's happening.
I feel like 2020, everybody just needs some me time. Just regroup. Just take time for yourself. Figure things out. Get rid of that anger and that you're holding on to.
And know that you are loved from somebody. Yeah. I know sometimes.
Seek help. Seek counseling.
Just like we said in the last episode, there's nothing wrong with seeking help.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Because mental illness is real, and we understand. And get help. Get help. Put the guns down and get help.
And whatever sorrows that you guys are feeling, my prayers go out to you. So whoever's watching this podcast, my prayers are going out to you. And I hope that you have a great beginning of 2020 and a great middle and a great end.
Yes, we're gonna start the year off right.
We're gonna start the year off right.
Let's talk light. Please.
Let's bring the quote of the day.
Yes. Please.
The quote of the day is, life isn't about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself.
Yes, I like that a lot. Who's that by?
I actually don't know.
I like that a lot.
They don't usually, like, the quotes I find, they don't usually have the person at the bottom.
Because it'll be like a meme off of Instagram.
It'll just be a meme, yeah.
Right. Can't even get the people their props because y'all done stole their quotes and made them however y'all want it.
Me personally, I do feel like you should find yourself, but don't stop there. Like, you can create whatever image you have in your mind of who you want to be. You can become that person. You don't have to stop at a certain place. If you want to be a millionaire, like she said, manifestation.
Yes.
You can become a millionaire.
Yep, it's a quote that I like, and it says, visualize your higher self, and then just start showing up as her. Like, just show up. Just show up. It's all in your head.
You're already that person.
Yeah.
Whether there we go again.
We saying the same thing, but yeah, like, just show up. Just whoever you want to be. Just be that person. And
if you want to be a dog, it's like, I'm playing.
No.
But no, all jokes aside.
You don't feel like you're a confident person. Just
show up as a confident person.
Switch, walk however you need to walk.
Exactly.
Flip your hair, even if it's not you. Just do it,
and they'll just see how you confident.
Feel. Yeah, everybody else will see you as confident, but you get a feeling, and it's just like you can start creating that more and more and more and more for yourself, and you'll eventually become confident. And that's just how it works. You got to just do it. Psych your own self out.
Psych your own self until you think you're that.
Okay. Okay. Period, poo.
So that's what it's all about, 2020, creating ourselves.
Yes.
Who do you want to be? You can be that person. It's never impossible. Never. A good book is The 7 Laws of Power.
Oh, yeah. That's a real good book.
That's a good book. Like, I've learned something. If you constantly say, I'm broke, I'm so broke, you're going to show up as a broke person. But if you say, even if you are broke, even if you have $0 in your bank account, it's been times I've really been at a low point, and I manifested. I said, oh, I need to make this certain amount of money. I don't know how I'm going to make it, but this rent got to get paid. These bills got to be paid. Next thing you know, clients texting my phone, hey, can I make a lash appointment? It's just, you don't have to worry about where it's coming from. Just speak it and know that it's coming to you, and you have to
speak and have faith. Yes,
and you gotta believe it. And I'm still working on it too, because sometimes I psych myself out, but I do know manifestation is real, and believe in your words. They're real.
Words have so much power, y'all. Don't be speaking negativity on your life, please. Don't.
I used to say this saying. I remember I used to be like, that's toxic. That is toxic. And stuff started being super toxic. Like I told you last episode, I missed my flight. Like stuff just started drowning. Yes. And I'm like, okay. I was like, Mom, maybe I should stop saying this word.
Yes. No. Speak love. Speak light. We talk about this every week, y'all. Speak what you need. Manifest what you want out of life, and watch it come in abundance. Watch it.
And we want to watch it come into abundance.
Yes, we want to know what your 2020 New Year's resolution goals are. We want to know. Leave it in the comments below. Share it with us. We would love to be a part of your journey, and we will share ours with you. Again, our Instagrams. My name is Kiera, and I'm at Kiera Kaylin on Instagram. Excuse me.
And my name is Lima. Well, my name on Instagram is Lima Cam, LeeMacam. And before we go, guys, we have 2 upcoming businesses. Give a shout out to Heavenly Body Studios. She does body contour.
That's on Lansdowne?
That's on Lansdowne.
Okay, yeah.
She does body contour. She whippersnapper. Get your tummy flat. And she's located on 6130 Lansdowne Ave. And lastly, it's called Magnum Foundation, 3911 Lancaster Avenue. You can rent it out, rent the space out.
Oh, it's a hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hall, but you can rent it out like art shows and different stuff like that. You can rent it there.
Oh, cool.
So check out those places. Anything else you have to say before it's 2020?
Yes, I can't wait. Y'all gonna see our videos. We gonna figure it out. We gonna plan this tubing event. All right, like I said before, we about to get into that after we turn the cameras off.
We love you guys. Happy New Year's.
Yes. I'm sorry I sound crusty again.
She don't sound crusty, y'all.
Just be happy I showed up, okay?
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Hey guys, welcome to KHAKI SHADE Podcast, live on DMTV. I'm Kiera, one of your co-hosts, and today we talked about our New Year's resolutions and the plans we have for 2020. We also talked about, as the end of the year approaches, staying safe and keep in mind out for everything that's going on in the city right now. It's been back-to-back incidents happening, and we just want to advise you to use extra precautions. Women, ladies, don't travel alone. Don't travel late by yourself. Just be safe out here. We talked about a lot of good things in this podcast, so check us out every Thursday, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We love to hear from you. Thanks again.